Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me for this segment, we have Ehrlich, Director of Research of Digital Assets at Forbes Crypto, to discuss a new competitor to Ethereum. Stephen, it's great to see you as always. Welcome back to Trade Talks. And before we get into the latest piece you just authored, let's talk about the Fed. Expected to announce another rate increase tomorrow. How do you expect crypto to respond?
Yeah, thanks, Jill. And this expected increase, which will bring the target rate to between 525 and 550 basis points, is expected. When the Fed actually kind of took its foot off the accelerator in June, held rates for steady for the first time in about 15 months, Chairman Powell did mention that because of the tenuous nature of the economy, that most FOMC members were anticipating further rate increases this year. That said, I don't expect a big reaction from crypto markets over the last couple of months. Bitcoin, Ether, and other assets have been responding much more to sort of endogenous type stimuli versus exogenous macro factors. These include the Bitcoin ETF applications from the likes of BlackRock, as well as a kind of a landmark ruling or summary judgment a week or two ago from a federal judge related to the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple, where the judge ruled that certain programmatic sales of XRP, this digital asset on exchanges, were not in violation of U.S. securities laws. And that kind of led to, I guess, feelings of hope that the Coinbase and other entities that are currently in dispute with the SEC will be able to win their court cases.
Yeah. Well, tell us about this story that you wrote, that there could potentially be a new competitor to ETH. Give us some background, and do you think it has the chance to succeed?
Right. So this was an interesting story to write because, especially during this crypto bear market, one of the trends that we've seen is the tide kind of receding from these layer one competitors to Ethereum, like the Solanas and Polygons and so on and so forth. And in fact, one of the big trends has been building on top of Ethereum and complementary blockchains, known as like layer two or layer three blockchains. Two big ones are Arbitrum and Optimism. However, along came this new blockchain called Sui, which just went live back in May. Interestingly, it was founded by several members of Facebook's failed digital currency project Libra, and what they are doing is specifically targeting the gaming community with a new programming language and a new type of computer programming that makes it much easier to upgrade items within games. It's pretty clunky still on Ethereum and other blockchains. So that's their big trump card that they're playing. Whether or not that will work, that kind of remains to be seen. Gaming and blockchain do not have the best history right now. And most gamers kind of are sort of see GameFi or gaming to earn money as sort of antithetical to the whole idea of gaming. So it remains to be seen whether or not they're going to be able to convert these core gamers, because at the end of the day, it's supposed to just be fun.
As the tokenization has once again become a popular topic in crypto, should we believe the hype there?
This seems to be kind of like it's turn on the carousel, comes around and around and around. We've both been in this industry long enough to remember back in 2014, 2015, 2016, talking about tokenization, real world assets, making everything in the world liquid, and just kind of removing any type of friction for trading. Of course, that hasn't really happened yet. Right now, the biggest success in tokenization is with relation to stablecoins, tokenized dollars, which is about $127 billion industry. Tether and Circle make up about $110 billion of that total. That said, we are seeing some interesting movement towards tokenizing things like PE funds on blockchains to lower the barriers of entry from, say, $1 million to $50,000. Goldman Sachs is doing some interesting things. They helped lead the issuance of a $100 million Euro bond from the European Investment Bank with Societe Generale, which was able to be concluded in a matter of minutes as opposed to days. So the technology is there, but I'm still not sure if there's going to be the product market fit. But with all of this news about institutions coming back into crypto, sort of as the white knight, so to speak, tokenization has become popular once again, and we'll see what happens.
What about WorldCoin? Been seeing that one trend.
Yeah, WorldCoin. I mean, what's your favorite sci-fi novel? I mean, WorldCoin is not available to U.S. residents right now, and I think one of the problems with WorldCoin, why it's so controversial, is one, Sam Altman, who is one of the founders, is also widely known as the founder of ChatGPT or OpenAI, the company behind it. And I think some people feel that there's a bit of a dystopian nature to sticking your eyeball into this piece of hardware to scan your retina to confirm your personhood in order to get a confirm your identity and get some sort of universal basic income, especially when it comes from a part of the world that has one of the highest income inequalities out there. And I think it harkens a little bit back to sort of the failed Facebook Libra project. All that said, wish it well. WorldCoin actually did go live yesterday. Its token price is down to about 25%, and it's still very early. But this is one of these projects that if it does end up failing, not many people will be crying over it.
All right, Stephen, appreciate the updates as always. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thanks, Joe.